So I normally don't do these mental health vlogs like this. I haven't been in my bed doing recording since my early Bonnet Chronicles days, but I figured I'd be honest. Lows hit really hard for me, especially during the winter. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but I think it's just because I mentally cannot take the forcedness of feel of holiday seasons, the forced gatherings, the way people put on the fake mask and just pretend like they're all cheerful when they're not. And I'm often reminded, being from a big family, of how exhausting it was, the gatherings, the overachievers trying to prove themselves, the manipulators getting in their stuff. And I know not everybody has the same experiences, but when you grow up in a big family like I did, you just have to navigate and survive best you can. So it can be exhausting. That's why I protect my peace so greatly now. You know, I have it where it's just kiddo, Greg, and and I know some people don't understand, but I enjoy the quiet that I didn't get growing up. I enjoy not having to have a house full of people who smile in your face while talking shit behind your back. I enjoy not having to pretend like everything's okay when it's not. And when you're going through manic moods, especially highs and lows, the last thing you want to do is be around people that A, will try to take advantage of that, B, like to remind you that there's stuff wrong with you so that they can hold it over your head. It's just a mess. And being the eldest child of two black sheeps, basically, the eldest son, the eldest daughter of both of their families, who decided early on in their life they weren't going to do exactly what their parents wanted of them, and they were going to do things their way. And I think my family loved the fact that both my mother and father consistently fucked up in life unnecessarily. And we girls, especially my sisters and I, were fodder for that. Whether they were trying to manipulate us by letting us know how bad our parents were, thus wanting us to be under their thumb, or worse yet, making us feel like we weren't shit because they weren't shit. It was a constant mental taxation to deal with the large family gatherings. And that's why I don't put myself or my son through it anymore. And I think a lot of us don't understand how important it is to protect your peace, because it's ingrained in us to just put up with family or friends or people that push into your lives because they want to. They don't care about your energy. They don't care about your mental health. All they want to do is drain you. And you can't let that be. It can really be damaging to continue to push yourself for people who wouldn't do the same for you and who only use you as their energy battery. So I don't want to knock the holidays, because once I found my quiet place that I've crafted and that I'm protected of, I like them a bit more. I still get a bit down because of the bipolar moods, but it's not as severe as mentally preparing to deal with the big family gatherings where people yacked incessantly about shit that you didn't care about, and dealing with the who's fighting who or who's talking shit about who. And FYI, they talk shit about everybody because they're all insecure. And when you come from a big family full of insecure, have to prove themselves, have to show off, have to have big fancy things because that shows you're winning in life, you just start to appreciate it when you've got what makes you happy. And I really hope that if you're watching this, you might not be there yet, but you can get there. I honestly did not think I'd make it to my 40s. I honestly still sometimes think, how did I get here? How did I get to this age? Because I was not feeling it. And there are times where I just completely detach myself from all feelings. It's part of my survival. And I think a lot of us are struggling right now during the holidays. And I want you to know that I know hanging in there seems painful, but it can and it does get better. You can find your strength. You can find your voice. You can protect your peace, whether you want to be away from people or not. Because I am really sick of that notion. I think a lot of people get upset with antisocial behavior, and they think that somehow we are supposed to owe people our time, attention, and energy, and that it's human nature to be social. No, it's forced. There are a lot of us who just don't want to deal with that. And I think it's okay. I used to think that I was so bad for not wanting to deal with people on a daily basis outside, sometimes internet interactions and stuff like that. And I realized there are so many of us out there. And it's tiring trying to justify to people why it is exhausting to have a lot of people in your face talking at you, not really listening to you, and trying to make themselves feel better off your energy. You don't owe anybody that. And if you're feeling low right now, you're not alone. And I know a lot of people try to make you feel that way. And a lot of people try to make you feel bad for that. And they try to make you feel bad for needing medication. I am grateful for the medication that helps me sleep, that kind of lessens the noise in my head. I am thankful that I can take the steps that I take to stay alive. And there were times where I didn't want to be in this mentality. There were times where I just wanted to give in because that abyss is so deep and so inviting. But the reality of the situation is I'm better off here. I have things I want to do. I have things I want to say. I have people I might one day actually want to see because they're not draining. There are things to look forward to. But you have to be able to protect your peace and you have to be able to be yourself. And if you are selectively social, because I hate the whole antisocial thing, because a lot of us aren't fully antisocial. We just don't want to be around the average people. People want to talk about things that don't matter to us. People that want to do things that don't interest us. And I think being selectively social is a more common than a lot of people want to let on. So if you're in that boat and the holidays are painful for you because you got family pushing you or friends pushing you and all you want to do is be alone and enjoy the quiet or music or movies or stuff that makes you happy, reading especially, do it. Stop it. Stop making this the year that you are pushed to doing things you don't enjoy. So what if they call you names? They're going to do it anyway. Why put yourself through misery to make other people happy? I wish I had known this years ago. I wish I had known, especially once I became an adult, that I could set my own boundaries and make sure that nobody pushes past them unless I say it's okay. Too many of us don't get to learn that. Too many of us keep perpetuating the cycle of letting people drain us because, oh, they're family. You've got to let family. No, you don't. When you're old enough and you're handling your own things especially, you don't have to let anybody push into your life that you don't want. And a lot of people won't tell you that because they don't want you to have that independence. They want you to think you owe it to them somehow because they want to continue that cycle. You don't owe anybody your time or energy, and you need to protect your peace. It is so important. That's my holiday message to you. I am going to relax. Like I said, I don't normally do these in bed videos anymore, but I cleaned up today, got the family taken care of, kiddo schoolwork is done. I'm going to relax for the rest of the day, maybe get some more writing done. I hope you have a happy holidays. I will be on for my Bonnet Chronicles on Friday, but the mental health vlog is done for the year. I just think the message for next year to start is protect your peace, set your boundaries, and don't be afraid of what people think. They're going to think less of us anyway because we don't function on the same level as the so-called normal thinkers, and it's okay. There are a lot of us out there, and we have to stop trying to fit into the molds that aren't meant for us. So please take care. Have a happy holiday, and I hope I see you around next time.